a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
We locked the locker and walked away. Now, we're back at the 21st Gnome in Brooklyn. We're going to send out this tape to a few carefully chosen people and see if it gets published. Sadie believes in fate. If the story falls into your hands, there's probably a reason. Look for the Jed. It won't take much to awaken your power. Then the trick is learning to use that power without dying. As I said at the beginning, the whole story hasn't happened yet. Our parents promised to see us again, so I know we'll have to go back to the land of the dead eventually, which I think is fine with Sadie, as long as Anubis is there. Zia is out there somewhere. The real Zia. I intend to find her. Most of all, chaos is rising. Apophis is gaining strength, which means we have to gain strength too. Gods and men, united like in olden times. It's the only way the world won't be destroyed. So the Cain family has a lot of work to do, and so do you. Maybe you'll want to follow the path of Horus, or Isis, or Thoth, or Anubis, or even Bast. I don't know, but whatever you decide, the House of Life needs new blood if we're going to survive. So this is Carter and Sadie signing off. Come to Brooklyn. We'll be waiting. Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as a godly parent.
I'm Raye, following the path of Geb.
And I'm Charlie, following the path of Bast. And it's the last chapter.
God damn.
Of the Red Pyramid. We finally finished this tome of a book. It's a tome.
This may be our longest season, given how many chapters there were.
It's going to be probably our longest season ever, because I've already mapped out how we're doing heroes, and we're not doing it like this.
Oh yeah, of course not.
We are grouping together those chapters because they are not named. But yeah, boy oh, boy howdy. It's chapter 41, and we stopped the recording for now.
For now.
That's
just
so
like
ominous.
us.
Yeah, just like us! Because they're gonna go on break!
I'll miss you all.
I'm gonna miss this book because
yeah, for real.
I definitely have less memories of the rest. So
Well, it'll be fun then. We're gonna get some fresh new perspectives.
I'm gonna have to prep. I have to prepare for the next book.
And I'm not gonna do that so that we can really get some fresh new perspectives. I really don't know what happens in it. Like, I've got some ideas, maybe.
I mean, you didn't know what was going on with Zia, so, like, you barely knew this book.
Yeah, no, honestly. It's annoying that I did remember, like, all of the reveals, like, right before they were happening. I was like, oh, right, that!
Well, don't
we'll
remember
see.
the next ones.
I'll do my best.
They have to be harder memories to get to. You want to talk about this chapter, though? Maybe?
Yeah.
We could do that.
Several things did occur.
Before we stop the recording, you know.
We better not stop the recording, we just fucking started. Okay. Chapter title, good enough. Sadie and Carter, they manage to drag Amos back to Brooklyn, and they get the band back together with Khufu, my man. They magically restore Amos's house, but without the power of gods and anime on their side, it takes them a while. Anubis, he comes by, and he gives them a ride to their parents' place, which is, of course, in the Duat now, with the souls of the dead, because Dad is Osiris. Dad gives them an amulet of his spine that's good for magic powers or something. Carter and Sadie go to see the other gods in their big throne room, and they watch Horus become pharaoh again, and then he promises them a gift. When they get back, the house is all fixed up, all better, and Amos seems to be doing better, though he does decide to leave a 12-year-old and 14-year-old alone with 0 adult supervision. But it's okay, because Bast is back!
Anyone call for a chaperone?
Yeah. They end the book by doing the exact opposite of Percy Jackson and actively encouraging you to seek out your magical heritage. Because they need some fucking recruits, man. And that's it. That's how we end it. Except for Rick Riordan's postscript, which I really enjoy.
It's good shit. Good shit, man. Do we like it? Do we like the ending of this book?
I do. I am thinking about the next book, which I probably shouldn't talk about yet. But I think that part of the reason I don't remember it that well is because we're going to get new characters and stuff, like suddenly introduced. And I'm bad at that sort of thing. I don't like sudden status quo changes. And so I feel like I kind of fell off of that book because I was like, I don't even know what's going on no more.
My only my big memory of like that book is like the beginning is definitely in media res with like new people.
Right.
So,
and I'm like, who are these people? What are we doing? So, but I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense, like with the way that we've done this.
it has a season 2 vibe, you know, of
Mhm,
like,
mhm.
hey, like we wrapped up like season 1 with the tightly with a new knit bow, and it's like, hey, guess what? We actually did it. We got the new people we said we were gonna get. Da-da. Like, new
Great.
things are happening. We have a new vibe going on.
Did you ever watch Young Justice?
No.
Okay, I haven't seen any of the new seasons that have come out in the modern era, but back in the day it had 2 seasons, and after the first one there was like this huge time skip and like huge changes to like the relationships and the status quo and a bunch of new
I
people
think
and no one liked it.
I think I heard about this.
Yeah. So, and like it does grow on you after a while, but like that first episode of that season is like such a turnoff because you're like, what happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, none of that was related to what we're about to talk about.
No, because we're still at the season 1 wrap up, right? This feels like such a good ending to a first book. Even if you didn't actually get more. This
Mhm,
feels
mhm.
like
The adventure continues.
a season 1 wrap up of like, hey, maybe we'll get renewed. We're not sure if we're gonna
Right,
get
right.
renewed, you know? Like vibes. That's the vibes of this book to me. And it's good. I like it.
Totally.
I have a myth thing.
Yes, I know. I'm so excited.
Cause I forgot that we got a thing introduced in the last fucking chapter. Let's go!
How would you
So,
pronounce this? Jed?
does it say?
Jot?
Jed.
Jed.
Yeah, it's
Anglicized Jed is what it looks like to me.
D-G-D-D-G.
Yeah.
D-J-E-D. Jed. Jed.
I think it's a
Yeah.
j. I forget
Je-
what you call that symbol, but
Jed.
Jed.
Alright. Alright. Well, in case you missed it.
But
But
we're back, baby.
we are so back. Hey, did you know that this is associated with Osiris? It's his spine.
Oh my gosh, I never would have
Whoa.
known.
Whoa. I like the very pretty version of it we see on this page because it's all
It's got colors.
colorful. It means stability. Isn't that pretty cool? I feel like that also fits with the ending of this book too. Like,
Yeah.
it's very Ma'at and everything.
It's Ma'at, and we are now in a stable situation. We have a place to live. We have, like we're working towards something. We're building something.
Yeah, it's very symbolic and good. I like it. This also says it's associated with not just Osiris, but the creator god Ptah.
Mm-hmm.
I like his name because it's like you're spitting. All right, so we know the Osiris myth. He's killed all of his body parts, chopped up and everything. It's not great. But this says that there's a tree that grows in the coffin, around the coffin, I guess. Yeah, it encloses the coffin in this weird, like, tree roots for some reason. And then the tree is cut down by just the king of the city of Byblos in Lebanon.
Mm-hmm.
And the tree is installed as a pillar in his palace. And the tree is also Osiris's body. There you go.
Right. Totally.
It's very weird. So he just is the tree, I guess.
His coffin is still in the tree. It sounds like because they get the coffin out of the pillar.
That's pretty cool.
I did think it looked more like a pillar than like a spine, but it's like symbolically a spine, which I really like that. It's both. It holds up a palace and a person.
It contains multitudes. there you go. Perhaps.
Symbology. The Egyptians get it.
Let's see. It might have originally been associated with, like, fertility, a totem from which sheaves of grain were suspended, or grain was piled around. Okay. I mean, I feel like all of this also kind of makes sense with Osiris being, like, a god of fertility as well as a god of the dead. Anyway, like, we're going with, like, some of the, like, fertile land and shit.
Right.
So-
They do remark that it's really interesting that it does represent a tree, given that there's really not a lot of trees.
In Egypt.
Mhm.
Yeah, kind of weird. You know, the only tree in Egypt is the burning bush, right?
That's a bush.
Close enough. I was trying to make a reference. Oh, it also says Jed is associated with Seker, falcon god in Necropolis, and then again with Ptah. But specifically when it's associated with Ptah, it's the noble Jed.
Hmm.
He carries his scepter, and then the Jed and the Ankh. And then he's associated with Osiris. Okay. Oh god. Why, Egypt?
What happened?
So this is speculation, but the Ankh, the Jed, and the Was, which is another symbol, have biological basis derived from ancient cattle culture, linked to the Egyptian belief that semen are created in the spine.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Egypt. We love it. Anyway, then this goes on to be like, hey, the Ankh is like the symbol of life. It's the vertebrae of the bull. The Jed of stability is the bull's spine. The Was is symbol of like strength, and it's this is just saying it's the head and tail of Set, so I don't know how it relates to the bull. Anyway, yeah.
Mhm.
It's got a little hieroglyph, as we did see in the chapter.
Yes.
We love it. We love to see it. Oh no, there's ceremonial. What are we doing here with the ceremonial things? Please tell me it's okay. The act of raising the Jed is, it's about Osiris' triumph over Set. So like there's a ceremony for the symbol, and it's just like, hey, Osiris is back! Yay!
Mhm.
And they like raise a wooden Jed with like ropes and stuff. It's pretty cool.
You should scroll down a little bit and look at the images. There is one that is not a symbol of a Jed. It's like an actual pillar with like the colors like inlaid in like wood, and I bet that is what we're talking about. And I really like it.
That's pretty cute. I also like the pyramidion that has like the symbol of the Jed on it too. With the sun disk.
Ooh, yeah, that makes sense. Holding up the sun.
And it says 2 baboons on it. I can't. It's very hard to see those.
Oh yeah, they're quite faint, but I do see them on the sides.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Lots of stuff about this. More stuff about this festival. Yeah. And they have amulets, of course. It's used as an amulet for the living and for the dead. Hey!
Once again, just like Danny Phantom. We're bringing that back.
You know, Danny Phantom would be the path of Osiris. Let's be honest.
No, literally. Give him one of these cool spine amulets. There's one from King Tut's tomb that, like, That's looks
pretty.
Like some kind of turquoise, like, not actually gemstone, but, like, precious stone.
It looks
it kind of
like
slaps. I love it.
Osiris's skin. It looks like his skin tone. Does it not?
Yeah, like, kind of blue and black. Yeah.
He's got, like, a bluish, blackish, greenish skin tone. So, like, I think it works.
I love that.
Symbolically.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, it says the amulet is placed near the spines of mummified bodies to ensure the resurrection of the dead, so they can live eternally in the underworld, or whatever.
Wonderful.
And it's painted on coffins. Oh, I love that. Specifically, it ensures the mummy can regain use of its spine, so it can sit up.
Wonderful. I would be very sad if I could not use my cool spine, and I just got stuck there.
Guess what? Actually, even in death, you are paralyzed.
Oh no. It's like sleep paralysis, but worse.
Yeah. Oh, this is kind of terrifying, actually. There's a picture, like, way at the bottom that looks like all the other like god pictures, but instead the head is just the Jed and with eyes on it.
The little eyes on the bottom. Oh my god. And he has a crown. Wow.
That's a freaky little guy.
I love him.
Yeah, that's it. We got it. Oh, that's cool. A little C also. What the fuck? It says the Dendera light, an inscription including a Jed pillar, sometimes claimed to show electric lighting. Excuse me? I'm gonna look this up later, because that sounds weird as fuck.
It sure does.
Why? Okay, I want to talk about the chapter, the end of the book. Let's do that.
The very last one.
Alright, Carter was he was allowed this opportunity to, tell us the finale here. And he's like, Sadie let me? Wow, can't believe it. Oh, she just hit me. Never mind.
Oh, children.
Yep.
And we were complaining that Carter didn't tell the last chapter because, he had a bunch of emotional stuff. And he's like, I'm really glad I didn't have to tell all that emotional stuff that happened to me.
I'm just like, excuse me, Carter. We wanted it. We wanted to hear your emotions.
He is too repressed for that.
Carter. Enough with the toxic masculinity. It's okay to cry. I think Khufu will teach him to get rid of that toxic masculinity, right? Yeah? The monkey?
I don't know. I don't know if Khufu is exempt from toxic masculinity. Khufu made so much fun of him for being so shit at basketball.
That's because all Khufu cares about is basketball. When it comes to other emotions, Khufu understands. Once Carter gets good at basketball, then they can cry together.
Okay, then.
This is my theory.
So they fly off by turning Amos into a hamster, just
Adorable.
carrying him in our terrifying talons.
I feel like if this chapter were longer, we would have gotten and I had to control myself to not kill him and eat him because that is a prey animal that you were carrying. Well, you were a predator. So
just like an Animorphs.
Like they had to control themselves not to go and eat, whatever mice or rats or whatever. Or just chilling.
He's carrying him. Like, yeah. Your instincts would be like, yeah, get your beak in there. Yummy, yummy.
Nom nom nom. But they get to the train station and they have to watch the news to see what the normies think is happening right now.
And it's all fine, of course.
Like, there were explosions and weird lights, and there's melted snow. What could it be? Terrorism? Question mark?
But nothing actually happened, so after like an hour, they're like, it's probably fine. Just the Northern Lights, maybe? I don't fucking know.
I feel like you could just say it's a prank.
It was just a prank, bro.
Were prank YouTubers not a thing in 2010? I think they were.
That prank YouTubers usually, cause a national incident.
I wouldn't know, because I don't pay attention to these things.
No, me neither. I don't watch that shit, but...
Exactly. Alright, so they have to pay for their own tickets to get themselves back to New York. Rude, horrible, terrible. I mean, they're
Where
not
did they
gods
get money?
right
Does
now.
Amos have money on him?
That's what I'm questioning right now. It's sad that they aren't gods right now, so they can't just make a portal, because it's still Set's birthday. And, they have to get there somehow. So what are they gonna do?
I guess steal Amos' wallet and be like, hey, our uncle is so ill. Just put us on a plane, please.
I mean, either they stole his wallet, or Sadie was like, Carter, you have to do a little dance and make some money.
Give him a chance to do his hip-hop dance. That's a thing. That is an old racist internet fucking meme. It does. I'm sorry, Carter. I didn't mean to stereotype you. It was a Homestar Runner reference.
I personally don't think Carter would be very good at doing a little dance, though.
No.
It would. I'm imagining Uncle Iroh doing the weird little dance and song. That's what Carter's doing.
Long way to Bossing Say.
And then people are like, we will pay you money to stop.
My poor boy. Okay, but we made it back, and Khufu's here. Yay!
I think we need to get Khufu like an MVP shirt because this boy, he took care of the cat and he made little pillows
He
and
did.
blankets for them under like the only place that is intact here. He cleaned it out for them.
He got supplies. He stacked a bunch of Cheetos.
This boy, he's the best.
He's like, these are my children now. I take care of them.
They are his children. The best butler ever. And now Khufu's like, hey, I'm gonna teach you how to play basketball. All right? And this is where they're gonna get the bonding. This is where they're gonna cry together. Okay? It'll be okay.
Good.
And Amos is ready to cry because he sees the statue of Thoth. It's broken. It's a bad omen, probably.
Yeah, the head has fallen off. But Carter's like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna fix everything. And Amos is maybe not listening. Who knows? He's not doing very good.
Yeah. And then we get a time skip because they have to clean the fucking house and rebuild it with magic.
Magic makes them very sleepy now that they don't have like limitless god power.
Yeah.
They're still good at it though, which is good.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of made them sleepy before. So, but now it's like, oh crap. We did like one thing and now we are out for the count. So
yeah.
And then
I don't think that they could have done this physically without magic.
Oh no, absolutely not. They would have had to hire people. And they don't have the money for that.
They're too small.
We have established. They fix the pool and they bring Philip back.
Which is so lovely. And they say Amos almost smiled.
This poor man.
Me too, man. I love Philip. But yeah.
Yeah, so we gotta talk about what's going on with Amos here. This poor guy. He's barely been speaking, not been smiling.
He doesn't get dressed. Which I can attest that's some depression shit when you're like, I'm wearing my comfy clothes, I'm laying around, I don't do nothing.
My baseline is still I need to shower so that I can feel awake.
It's not a real day if you haven't got showered and gotten dressed.
Yeah, because I actually feel worse if I don't. So
exactly.
But I still put on comfy clothes again. You know?
See,
I just put on
I know that I
comfy
feel
clothes.
worse, but some days I don't have the energy to get up and do the shower.
That's what I use my spoons for. That's all I can use my spoons for sometimes. So, but this man, the Sadie comments like, he was taken over. Do you have any idea how violating that is? His will was broken. He doubts himself. That's a lot to unpack.
It's a lot. It sucks. Like, he broke this man.
Fully broke him.
What's the fucking meme? Like, I've made myself a servant of the gods, and it's like, you broke a perfectly fine professor. Look at him, he's got depression.
There you go. I mean, he was a perfectly fine man. And now...
Fine.
Fine. And now he's got depression. Poor guy. Yeah. Like,
the PTSD. It hits.
The severe PTSD of, like, you have somebody in your brain telling you to do these things.
Making you, like, try to kill your niece and nephew who you love. Like, and actually help kill your brother.
Yeah.
Like, if we think about it that way, pretty fucked up.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of, like, real world equivalents, and I'm just like, abusive relationship, assault.
It's like kidnapping and brainwashing, basically.
Yeah. It's bad. It's bad shit. And, you know, the kids are still cleaning everything. They fixed Thoth. That was a lot. That's a big guy. And we're trying to use the headrests once again. But sometimes the Ba does what it wants, and they still get strange dreams. Carter's even hearing Zia? Oh?
She's out there.
But they refuse to use their amulets.
Right. They can't, return to being hosts. Not yet, is what they say. They do kind of justify the thing that I was complaining about last chapter of, like, I achieved a balance with Horus once under extreme circumstances, but it would be easy to be overwhelmed if he tried it again. He needs to be a powerful magician so that he can kind of stand on equal footing with Horus, and then maybe someday he can get that back.
Yeah, it's like the power is addictive.
Which is what fucking Michelle said.
Yeah, and then they have a visitor. Who could it be?
Carter doesn't fucking know. He's never seen his actual face. Or not actual face. His non-dog face.
One of his faces. His other face. His attractive boy face. As Sadie calls it. And he's just like, Anubis? What? Hello? That's... I don't think that's Anubis.
You sure?
And, okay, Anubis just opening up a pure black door in
just
the
a
ether.
rectangle.
This is wild. The powers that Anubis has.
Just into the duat. We just go. Just do it. Right now.
We don't have to go on a boat
No
anymore.
river.
Or anything. We can just go. Is this his version of shadow travel?
Basically.
He's just like, here's a door. I put you through the door.
Get in. Sadie goes with him immediately and, like, takes his hand, and Carter's like, God damn it, I guess I have to, and goes after them.
Yep.
Can't leave his sister alone with the
with
suspicious
a boy!
guy.
Alright, Hall of Judgment. It looks great. We have fixed scales. Beautiful.
Yay, finally.
And it's not a graveyard. We're not in New Orleans. I miss it. I miss my Nolans graveyard. What are we doing? We're in California.
It's their old place.
You know what? Symbolically, forget about, like, it's their old home. Forget that part. They're on the west.
Got it.
This fits so much more, I think, as well. So
yeah, it's even LA specifically, which is where we know the entrance to the underworld is in Greek, so
yeah. It's like, oh, it's all coming together. We did it. And then who's there sitting on the throne with Amit curled up at his feet?
It's Papa.
It's the hot mad scientist, Julius Cain. But he's also a god still. He's blue. If he were green, he would die.
He still looks like Dad, but he's also Blue Dad.
Yeah. Dad/Blue Dad. We love it.
And Anubis is like, this is my dad now, also.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Also, again, Amit, canonically, the dog for the family, the family dog.
Oh,
We love it.
So they haven't known anything about their father for, like, the past month. They're just like, he was in a coffin, he was in a pyramid, it's fucking gone now. I miss him.
Yeah, it's like, what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to process this? How do we process?
And they tried, and they failed, but now,
what does Carter say? You're blue. And I love that.
He laughs.
He laughs. He's so real. He's back, and he's like, so life is complicated. I'm a god now. Sorry. I had to do things. It sucks.
Yeah, apparently this was the plan. And Carter is real mad at first, which is how I felt at, like, the idea that their parents would leave them on purpose also.
Yeah. Like I said, I think that's, like, even with Ruby Kane, I think it was like, this is the only path forward. Like, I've seen it. I've seen what has to happen. This is it.
It is deeply fucked up. But also, like, there's hope in it now. Like, they're dead, but they're not gone.
Because it's Egyptian, and that's how it works. They're dead, but they're not gone, right?
It's cycles.
Yeah, that's like, I'm not dead, I'm not alive, I'm both, I'm recycled. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we get, like zombies with, like, blue-green skin from Osiris, too. Because, like, his skin is literally supposed to be, like, decomposed, and that's why he looks like that.
Right.
So, it's good. I love it.
Also, their dad is so proud of them, and I cry at that. He's just so happy to see them growing up.
A parent being proud of their child. Openly weeping.
Yeah. Sadie is busy arguing with Anubis because that's what she does, I guess.
Yeah. I love that specifically, Dad was like, you could not have saved me. Like, we would have lost everything.
Mm-hmm.
And Osiris, like, he was good. He was a great king when he was alive, but he became so much more powerful by dying. So it had to
Right.
happen, had to exist. And this is where we get the Ma'at. It needed to happen in the Duat first before it could happen anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. But yes, also, who else is dead? It's Mama. She is also here. And they get to be together again.
It's Sadie, but it's not Sadie. Because again, we're like, oh, she looks like Sadie.
Mm-hmm.
Always weird when they do that.
I don't think it's that weird. Parents and children look like each other, and they haven't seen her in a long time. It's like in Avatar when Sokka is like, I don't remember my mom's face when I picture her. I think I picture Katara. Like,
I think that's different because specifically he's like, Katara's the only person who's ever taken care of me since then, so...
okay, yeah, but like this makes sense to me because Carter hasn't seen this woman in years, and Sadie is, growing up and growing into an image that looks more like her. And so, when he sees her, he thinks she looks like Sadie, not Sadie looks like her mother. You know what I mean?
I also just like want to separate them just a little bit more, just because that is a white lady, and we have to remember that Sadie is not. And
but
a lot
she
of people
is white passing. I mean,
she is. But, a lot of the fan arts are just like, oh look, that's just a white girl.
That is an interesting point because, technically there's no issue with that, but like a more thoughtful design that kind of incorporates, what mixed people actually look like. Very interesting.
That was just like,
better.
That's just my thought whenever I think about how they look alike, and I'm like, can we also remember that they don't look alike?
But they do, though.
They do. They do. Mama's immediately embarrassing. Oh, you've grown so much. Carter, are you shaving and dating? Bro.
That's her big boy.
Bro, embarrassment. How dare you? And, okay, then she's coming back to her, like, scientist bullshit.
The law of conservation of matter.
Yeah. I mean, it's very interesting how we're bringing that into, like, Egyptian mythology.
Right. And she doesn't say conservation of matter, she just says the law of conservation, because a soul is not actually matter, I guess it's energy? Conservation of energy? Because that does also just transfer into new forms.
Hey, it's... If you make that law make sense for, like, these kinds of things, then you do get, like, reincarnation and all that. So, there you go.
And they're happy together, so
happy.
It's all good.
They're ghostly, they're blue, and they're living in Los Angeles. But not. And Sadie's like, oh my god, Mom, did you actually talk in my head? Or was I hallucinating?
And she's like, no, girl, I was totally there.
Huh.
And they got to share brains for a little while, so, even though she didn't get to be there while Sadie was growing up, she still gets to know her, and the two of them have, like, this cool connection now.
Yep, yeah, super cute.
And they can reminisce about growing up with the Fausts together.
Yay!
Gran doesn't like to have sweets in the flat.
So rude. But they have to be like, okay, you gotta go. There's other people who need to see you. Here's a present. It's the Jed. It's the spine. Here, children, have my spine.
I don't think that a spine is any grosser than an eyeball amulet, personally. It's just a symbol, guys. It's fine.
Yeah. I love that they're like, it stands for backbone? Haha. Yeah. And they're gonna need it to stir the blood of the pharaohs and other people and rebuild the House of Life, which the actual house will not like. So
yeah, they're not gonna be down for them training people to follow the path of the gods, which they don't even know how to do themselves, but we're gonna do it anyways.
And before they send them off, Dad's like, tell my brother that Egyptians believe in the power of sunrise. They believe each morning begins not just a new day, but a new world.
That's beautiful. Love it.
Very good. Anubis is like, hey, let's go shadow travel into a new door.
The palace of the gods.
He says, it's been stimulating.
Boy, what does that mean? Shut up.
Looking at Sadie.
These two need to stop. And she does say, look after my parents.
She's like, you and I will have words next time we see each other. Okay, but their flirting is cute.
Yes, it is. I did ship them, like, when I read this, like, as a high schooler.
Like, Rick, you're writing them well, which I hate because why did you make them have a 4-year age gap?
Why is it so weird, Rick? Why is it gotta be weird?
I mean, 4 years plus several millennia,
Uh-huh,
but, you know. Alright. There's the throne room! Yay, it's the palace of the gods! There's, like, 2 gods we know here.
Also, Hathor.
Yeah. Is she mad at us?
She seems a little
unclear.
confused, mostly. But in general, there's, like, hundreds of people here now, which is wild. Remember when we had, like, 5?
Yeah, that's really weird. Where did all these guys come from? And we don't see Bast. I'm crying. But Horus is right at the front with Isis next to him, and
they're like, hi.
Hi, hello. Carter, do you want to become Pharaoh with me? Maybe? No? Okay, fine, I'll
He's
do
like,
it by myself.
I knew you weren't gonna go for it, but, you know, you can't blame a guy for trying.
Yeah. And Carter's like, maybe later. Not right now. I still got stuff to do.
Mm-hmm. And Horus is like, weird, but okay then.
Yeah.
I'm claiming the throne of the heavens. Speak now or forever hold your peace. And everybody holds their peace.
Cheese. Someone butters cheese.
Apparently. He gets the scepters. He is helping out. And then Isis is like, you guys did real good, thanks. And then Horus bows to them. And then all the other gods have to bow to them, which is wild. Can you imagine?
They're real weird.
Those are children.
Yeah, just a little bit weird.
Like, I was even like, it's kind of wild that they were invited to this ceremony.
It was because of them that it happened, so...
It was because of them. And apparently Isis and Horus are like, these are our best friends now. I love these little guys.
Yeah, we're chill, you know? And then they get sent back off.
Horus...
with a gift.
Yes, they're gonna get a gift. Horus looks at Carter's face after he bows to him and he's like, ha, you look like that time Zia told you. And Carter's like, shut up. They are just friends who tease each other, I guess. Kind of adorable.
Oh, so annoying. Brothers, ? Brothers. They have the same dad, so...
Yeah, totally. Carter does not admit that he thinks Anubis is good looking, but Sadie takes it anyways.
Yeah, did he look like a good-looking guy or a slobbering dog-headed guy? Not a dog-headed guy, so...
So good-looking, I knew it!
And then, the next day, they get the god's gift. The mansion is fixed. They had like a month's worth of work left to do.
Yeah,
and
it was
they don't
technically
have to do
livable
it now.
before, but yeah, now it's like nice.
They have new clothes. And Carter stops dressing like a professor. My
He's
boy
no longer
wears
a mini professor.
jeans. He puts on a hoodie. We love it.
I love the support from Sadie, because Carter is feeling very self-conscious in his normal boy clothes. He's like, Dad would think I look like a gangster. And Sadie says, Dad would think that you look like an impeccable magician because that is what you are. And I love that specifically.
Sadie! She's so good. I personally think that they should have gotten basketball jerseys that said, like, House of Life on them.
Oh my gosh, that'd be adorable.
Kane, Kane,
Yeah.
like, 1 and 2 or something.
Uh-huh.
And then they have to fight over who gets number 1. That's literally just what I was thinking. I'm like, after all this is over, I want to draw Carter wearing a House of Life basketball jersey. Amos is also dressed up today.
He's wearing a suit and everything. His hair's freshly braided.
And he's like, I'm gonna leave.
Bye, children. He's going back to the first gnome, because he's like, I need a trip to the seaside for my health.
The fact that this grown man is just like, I'm just gonna leave you with the baboon.
Uh-huh.
That's fine, right?
Khufu, you're in charge.
Like, as much as I trust Khufu, this is still, little bit ridiculous.
It's
that he
not
does
like
that.
he was actually being a caretaker to them before. Like,
True.
they were being a caretaker to him because he is not well.
Yeah. Still. I'm just like, bro, when are we gonna get adult supervision?
Yeah, no,
Sometimes we
truly
just don't have
wild.
it.
Like, you can't actually leave a 14-year-old in charge.
Nope, not really.
Not in the real world. But, like, when I was reading it, it didn't even occur to me. Like, when I was
Yeah.
writing my notes afterwards, like, skimming through the chapter, I was like, holy shit, he left a 14-year-old alone with a 12-year-old.
Yeah, they have a baboon, they have a crocodile, they're all set. Everything is fine here. So he's gonna go to the first gnome. There's some healers there. They won't turn him away, which is good.
Now that he's not hosting a god.
Yeah. And yeah, the children are gonna try to help others rediscover the path
Right.
of the gods.
He leaves them alone, and he gives them homework.
Yay!
He's like, you should get more unsupervised children here.
Sadie saying, no Amos, no responsible adults. I don't think Khufu counts. And then, it sounds like
Finally,
they have
we
a job
get-
opening.
I love how, like, it's sort of hinted at, like, they were hoping for this, and then it actually happens.
Yep. Again, this just feels like it's meant to be a end of season, like, thing.
Right. We wrap everything up so neatly. We really do.
Good. And there she is, Bast. Someone call for a chaperone. She's here. She's queer. We love her.
She's fabulous.
Sadie gets to call the Fausts and say, like, hey, I'm alive. And they're like, cool, the police stopped asking about you.
Right. The museum exploding, no one's in trouble for that anymore. They decided it was an accident. So she's no longer deported if she wants to come back.
Yeah. And Carter's like, oh, I guess you're gonna leave. Sadie's
And
like,
she's like, are
bro?
you fucking stupid?
Obviously,
here.
I'm not gonna go. This is my home. You're my family. My cat is here. Actually, wait. Is Bast still in Muffin?
I would assume so. Like,
Because I feel like that was not answered.
it is not explicitly stated, but, like, what else is she gonna do?
True. It's just the only question left on my brain. So
Sadie has been missed by her friends, Liz and Emma, and I like that she mentions that, like, I'm gonna live here, but, like, I can go see them if I want. Like, we can teleport with the duat. Like, it's not a big deal, bestie.
yeah. We have magic, so
Did you
I'm not
forget?
worried. Yeah. And so they settle into a routine, they have their mission, and they go to a school. They're not gonna tell you which school. But they go to a locker, and they mix some magic in the locker, and some duat-y shit, so it's in the real world, and it's in the duat. And when the right person opens it...
Yeah, the
They're
Jed
gonna-
amulet that they put inside is gonna, like, call out to people with blood of the pharaohs.
Yeah.
And it's gonna awaken their powers, and then it's gonna send them to Brooklyn.
Yep. And they have to train these Blood of the Pharaohs people, hopefully children, because I don't think they're equipped to teach adults.
They're not even equipped to teach children. They don't know shit. They gotta make it
True.
up as they go along.
It would be very funny, though, if, like, a teacher at the school, like, opened the locker, found it, and was like, oh, I guess I have magic. Goes to his
Wild.
place and is like, I'm supposed to be taught this by children?
That's a 14-year-old. I guess I'm in charge now. Me and this Catwoman.
I'm 100% sure Rick did not do this, but this is something that I would have done, personally. I would have been like, no, there's also some, like, random adult here who also just happens to know a bunch of ancient Egyptian bullshit because, yes.
Or an adult who knows zero ancient Egyptian bullshit, but is, like, pretty good at taking care of the house.
He does the taxes
and making
for
sure
everybody.
that all of these, children
He
are,
makes sure they have health insurance,
eating vegetables every once in a while. And also learning magic on the side.
Maybe it's a school nurse, actually, that opens the locker. I don't know. No, wait, it's a school guidance counselor. And then they all get
perfect
therapy. Everyone gets
amazing.
therapy. There we go. I've rewritten the series. And then they do their whole little sign-off thing, like, well, Zia's still out there. We're gonna have to go find her. Apophis is also out there gaining strength. We're gonna have to deal with him. We have work to do, but so do you, listener.
Yeah, if you got a hold of this, maybe it's because you're one of us. And yeah, unlike Percy Jackson, who's like, do not pay any attention to this. Go about your normal life. These are not the droids you're looking for. Monsters will come eat your ass. They're like, Apophis is going to destroy the planet. We are recruiting. We need you. Come over here.
Yep. Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it?
Yep. Pretty exciting. Author's note. This is where I got that thing that I was like, there is a red pyramid, but I remember something about the pyramid's owner. Senefru would hate that his pyramid is called the Red Pyramid and is the color of Set. And that's what Rick says right here.
Hey.
Yeah, so he tells us about a little bit of real history because he's like, well, I got sent this tape and I guess I'm gonna publish it, and I don't know if it's real or not, but there's a lot of accurate Egyptian spells in here. Yeah, he's adding into the fantasy.
Woo. Good shit. We finished another book!
Yay! It is not very often that we get to say that.
I know. Wild. So we shall come back with the Throne of Fire in like a month-ish. Oh,
yeah.
my dude.
I don't even know what the Throne of Fire refers to. I have like zero memory of this book. So, exciting.
Amazing. Wonderful. Well, do you have a media plug?
Ah, shit. We watched Batman Bad Blood and Teen Titans versus the Justice League yesterday.
Ooh.
Those are both Damian Wayne movies following after Son of Batman and what is it? Batman versus Robin? That's the one with the Court of Owls, I think. I don't remember. Anyways, I liked them. The DC animated movies are generally quite good. Or, like, good is maybe a stretch, especially if you don't know shit about DC already, because they don't explain very many things to you. I think if you don't know shit, you might need to start at the beginning, which would be quite an ordeal. But yeah, we had fun. Holy shit. In Teen Titans versus Justice League, they were at like an amusement park and then got attacked by demons. And they did a magical girl transformation sequence for Starfire, Beast Boy, and Blue Beetle, and it was so fucking good. I loved it so much.
We love a magical girl transformation.
It was amazing. Yeah, that was the best part of that whole movie.
Good shit. We love to see it. So I told you I'm back on my YouTube shit. I've been discovering more YouTubers that
Nice.
I wasn't already just subscribed to. Wild shit. YouTube was like, hey, you like video essays and you like early 2000s animation magical girl shit. So you want to watch this like deep dive, 4-hour deep dive on Witch, that series? You remember that series? WITCH.
Yes.
And so because of that, I started watching Lisa Fevral on YouTube. She does a lot of deep dives and things like this. Actually, most of her videos tend to be about like fashion crimes in media, but every so often she does like 2 to 4 hour deep dives on a specific media, and she's done Witch, she's done Winx Club, she's done several on Winx Club because, first it was like, okay, the first 4 seasons, and then each season separately, and I was like, I don't really care about the other seasons, so I'm not gonna watch those. She did Bridgerton. She's done a few Barbie movies. Yeah.
My beloveds.
I think she's watching Barbie movies and just reacting to them, though. Like, I don't think she's seen them before.
Nice.
So, when she was watching Princess and the Pauper, every time that our guy, our queer icon comes on screen, she's like, Astarion?
God damn it.
Because Preminger and Astarion, I mean, they're the same guy.
Oh my god.
Not.
Good.
So yeah, I've just been enjoying all of that, and it's making me really be like, okay, once I finish rewatching Sailor Moon, once I finally get through it, I'm gonna end up trying to find, like, Winx Club on YouTube. or wherever, whatever site that I can. I refuse to watch anything that's not the 4Kids dub, though. So that's gonna be fun to try to find.
Oh boy.
Because that's what I grew up on, and I'm a purist. And those are the voices that I know.
I never did Winx Club. I read Witch. They had, like, comics.
Witch is definitely all on YouTube. So you can find that very easily.
Mm.
What Lisa's take on it is that, like, the TV show does a better telling of the story, but the books have, like, a better fleshed out world. Basically.
Interesting. Yeah. Because I do remember that they were quite distinct.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never read the books, so.
And I barely tried the show, so.
I think I read, like, the novelized, like, versions of it, which are, like, different specifically.
Right. And I'm, like, trying to remember, because it wasn't entirely comics. I feel like it was, like, prose and comics mixed together.
Yeah, that's what the novelizations were. They're originally it was just straight up comics, like graphic novels. And then they made these, like, combined novelizations where it was prose, and then they had some of the comics in the middle, and then more prose.
Man.
And it's like, why?
Fascinating.
But I definitely had a few of those. Anyway,
yeah. Why don't you release us from this mortal coil for the last time for this particular...
For the last time! We're stopping the recording for
now.
It's so perfect, though, right? Like, they should have made this into podcasts.
It is pretty good as an audiobook.
It's good as an audio drama, but also make it into an animated show.
Please, I want it.
If it's not an animated show, I will be so mad. Yeah, I guess.
I'll get out of your house so that I can turn it off. It's done.
That I can turn it off?
The recording!
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, get the fuck out of my house, because Bast just came back to life. So, and the house just got fixed. So, we're gonna have fun. You have to leave.
Okay. Well, kind of fun.
We might destroy the house again, so don't worry about it.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be here for that. Bye then.
Bye. Of the Eldest Gods would like to thank its $10 and up patrons. This means you're either in the Savior of Olympus tier or the God Complex tier on our Patreon, patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. Thank you all so much for your support, especially Matt, our God Complex patron.
You can follow this podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr. You can send us a message through the Duat to oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about the Riordanverse or whatever else. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology, no promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. If you want to hear more from me, Raye, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast's Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
You can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. You can also hear my voice on 2 other podcasts. I co-host another podcast on the network with the meme maker Robert called The Bits, where we talk about the Cartoon Network show Steven Universe. I also co-host a non-network podcast with my buddy Ethan called Mysteries in the Machine, where we talk about all things Scooby-Doo. Our music was created and produced by Isabel Strauss-Riggs. You can find Isabel at Kane I, that's I is in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel, Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now we are discussing The Kane Chronicles. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
Have you ever gotten so distracted in Stardew Valley that you forgot to sleep? Have you realised that you have a whole room in your house full of dolls? Or have you even bored your friends to sleep talking about your passion? Well then, Content Capable is the podcast for you. Join me, Sam, as I chat to people passionate about what they do, asking questions about how they fell in love with their passion, what they do, and how it interacts with their day-to-day lives. Catch the podcast every Monday as I find out what makes someone tick, all while gleaning interesting and insightful life lessons along the way. There'll be laughs, a bit of crying, a whole lot of conversations, and we learn just a little bit more about the world around us.
We are good to go. I showered just for you.
I didn't.
Wow, can't believe you didn't want to look your best just to see me. I feel betrayed. How dare you?
This is the stink recording. Only the stinkiest of podcasts.
Where's Robert to tell you you're stinky? That's all Robert ever says to me.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, bro, you cannot even smell me.
Smell-o-vision. Just like in Homestuck.
Remember when that was what 4D was? It was just scratch and sniff. I hate it. I hated it so much.
Dave X Media.